If you're not getting views on YouTube in 2024 as we head into 2025, well, this method that I'm going to break down, it's boring, but holy smokes, is it effective. In fact, I've published video after video, and every single one is gaining more views, more YouTube recommendations. This is a good one. However, there's a bit of a catch, and it's boring. You see, it'll take a few weeks to work. You've got to set a few goals, which I'll cover in this video. There's one thing that you really got to do. It's a must do. And then lastly, kind of a bonus, if you stay to the end, I'm going to explain the two types of videos that I'm creating. One jumpstarts my channel, thank God, and gets me more views now. And then another type of video is like a seed I plant for the future because the views keep flowing day after day. So if you're new to the channel, I'm Brian. I love YouTube. I talk about YouTube. If you're into YouTube, consider subscribing, hit the bell, let's jump in. And it's a little bit like a game. In fact, someone on a YouTube comment board was asking, you know, what's a 1 of 10? And if you look in your YouTube analytics under latest published content, you'll see ranking by views. And my last video is number 2 of 10. And like I mentioned, this video's done really well. It's gained over 2 times the normal views to my channel. And the game that we're going to play is really simple. Number 1 is you really want to be aware of other channels that are in your space or niche. And the goal is to publish a video that always lands in the top 3 of your last 10 videos. So you're always getting a number 1, number 2, or number 3. And I've come pretty close to that over the last 25 or 30 videos. And one of the reasons I did that was I really honored one specific niche. But frankly, that's not enough. You really have to publish, again, these 2 types of videos, one of which you want to really pay attention to other channels that are in your space, especially if they're coming up. If they're smaller channels and they're all talking about like one thing, like for me, it was DoDash. And the reason I absolutely wanted to create 3 videos in the span of about 10 days is it's a really compelling and interesting story, conversation. The next step is to really strong arm the YouTube algorithm into giving us more views. And to do that, all we have to do is pay attention to one simple metric, and it's literally how many views we have. So to do this, you're going to log into Studio Analytics. You're going to scroll down to real-time views. When you see your real-time views dropping, you make a video. That's it. One of the things to consider is we're going to go deep in one particular subject, right? We're following a niche. And as I really study the audience, as I really understand how the audience is thinking, which I'll go into as we continue, you're going to find more and more topics. If it seems hard, the thing that I've noticed for me, and I don't know about you, but for me is it's really hard to come up with a lot of topics, especially when I'm not publishing and I'm not in the flow of creating content. But once I get that going, it's so easy. So I make a video right now and I publish, and I'm just trying to make a pretty good video, and I want to be done filming in 1 hour. So this kind of taps into the YouTube easy mode method that I've talked about. And the idea is that you find a place to film in your house and you go to that location every time. If you've got to do some straightening up, do it. But you're always going to film in the same location because that's going to create consistency. You're going to understand the angles and you're done. You come up with a few bullet points, you sit in front of your phone, your camera, you make that video, and you're done. Next, you're going to do minimal editing. You decide. Spend an hour, spend 2 hours, but the goal is to publish more videos as we move forward. 2 videos, 3 videos a week, and that'll allow you to strong arm the algorithm by uploading when your views are dropping. And this is the core fundamental principle, combined with the fact that we're always trying to hit a 1 of 3. And in order to do that, we kind of have to, do the boring stuff. We got to stick to a niche. We got to upload consistency. This sounds boring, right? But if you really want it bad enough, this always works. That brings me to goal number 2. Since you're always going to be on your phone looking at your latest video performance, we're going to measure, and we really want to see all green. Notice this video here, 2 of 10, so I made that goal. The views, green, they're going up. Now, the important part is the last two. Impression click-through rate, 6.6%. The higher this number is, the more likely you're going to get more views, especially if the next metric also goes up, average view duration. And then this is the must-do. Like, what do you have to do in order to succeed? Well, first of all, you got to spend 1 hour a day, 5 days a week on what I like to call maintenance. You're going to start researching how to make a thumbnail or how to improve thumbnails. You're going to spend an hour, so I spent maybe 20 minutes improving the blue lighting setup. I call this blue filmmaker look. You see, what this will do for you is it will improve your skills as a creator, the skills that matter, and will be able to draw people in. It really lets people know that you care. If you take the time to, it doesn't have to be a studio. You can film in your house, but if your backdrop is clean, that sends a message. I care about you enough to, create something that matters. And I think that's just a really great way to go. When you learn the skills of how to create compelling text for your thumbnail or your title, you'll be more likely to increase the people clicking on your video. All of these things combined together with constantly publishing, but also taking this 1 hour, 4 or 5 days a week to really do the maintenance work. Here's the second part, okay? A lot of people say search is dead, it doesn't make any sense. And in my opinion, for me, I love search. This video is a great example. This video has all kinds of secrets happening in it. And I want to recommend that you watch the video, not for understanding YouTube promotion, but for how I structured the video, because number one, it's got good audience retention in the first 30 seconds. Number two, it keeps viewers watching throughout the whole video, which really is a powerful thing. And the views to that video continue to increase day after day. And it's because it's ranking in search, it's number one for YouTube promotion. Now, imagine having 100 views times 10. That's 1,000 views a day, even if you don't publish. And it's based on people that are looking for one specific thing. And all you need to do is find the search term they're looking for, put it in your YouTube title, make that video. And you know what I'm doing? I'm doing both. And the reason I'm doing both is because long term, it's going to help me get to where I want. Especially because when you make the videos that are trending, you're bringing a new audience in. Then you publish a video for search, and those people that came in, some of them are going to watch that, and you get this kind of revolver of browse traffic. Because the people that have watched once or twice are going to be likely to get your next video you publish, regardless of if you're targeting search or whatever. Speaking of all this, it's really based on the YouTube algorithm, and this video on the screen right now will share really powerful strategies based on this thing. Check out that video, and when you do, you'll feed a poodle. I got one poodle in heaven, one on earth, and I appreciate you watching. You dig?